Now we have some Twitter drama. Ah, yes. Do you want to grind via losses? Yeah.
There's a small part of me who wants to say hold up, let him cook, but also not really because it's insane. It's a weird thing where.
Well, basically, somebody said, I say move to a flat grind increase similar to PvE. 25 points for a win, 5 points for a loss, 1300 rating for Gladiator, etc. 1800 for season rating. Top 0.5% is seasonal Gladiator, resets to 0 each season. No hidden MMR, no inflation, no math, no punishment for losses.
No math, let's go.
No crazy math. Non-crazy math is allowed. It's just crazy math, which obviously, I mean, that's just too much. The idea, therefore, is that your reward for being better is getting the reward faster, but it's basically allowing it to be there as a sort of welfare epic. Thing is,
welfare epic. I don't necessarily agree with that term because every bit of gear is welfare gear because you can just get boosted. Not buying a boost because it's not there. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about how it actually, like they say, similar to PvE. That is PvE, where obviously you don't get rating for like loss, right? You know, you don't get rating for a loss in M+, but you get key depletion, but your character item level doesn't get kicked down. Your progression, your progression is halted. You're not kicked back, and it's not even about you. It's about your group of 5 random people. So you can always just keep going and going and going, and that's what makes it like a thing that you can grind. And that's why I think it's. I'm not talking about it actually. I'm not saying it should be the case or advocating for it at all. I'm just saying it actually does literally match up to PvP. Sorry, PvE.
Yeah, but
in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, for basics of design just makes no sense. It's really fucking stupid. This is where you have something like honor, for a PvP aesthetic that is supposed to be like the solution to this is to make unrated PvP more rewarding via honor and maybe doing seasonal honor rewards. But it's not to do this with Conquest. I think that's really foolish. Like, allow people to be able to grind seasonal XP for like some seasonal rewards, but those like core rating things that are about like, yeah, you got this reward because you climbed up in rating and you were really good. I think that needs to be in a, you gain rating, you lose rating. But as always, you have to look at why did somebody type that? And it's the same for like, this, talking about like why it's a good idea. You have to think, why does somebody want this, even though this seems really silly to me? And it's like, well, what is the reason why? It doesn't feel like a rewarding experience to them, likely to the point where they then just are not enjoying. They don't feel like they can get rewarded for trying to be better. So I think what you do in this situation is you realize, okay, maybe rated PvP is one type of thing, but you look at Halo. Is everybody doing ranked mode? In so many games, are people doing ranked mode? Or, I mean, yeah, in many cases they are, but what about all the people just doing big team battle? Just having some fun? Because they enjoy the PvP. They want to feel rewarded by it.
Having fun?
Yeah, disgusting.
Dude.
The people...
This is video games, not outside. What are you talking about?
So,
fun.
Where I come into this is just thinking... Right, well, clearly the problem is that honor is not rewarding enough. You don't feel good getting honor.
No.
You get your starter gear upgraded, but beyond that, okay, there should be more.
Yeah, the fundamental problem is you have to get good to get the reward.
Yeah, but
and people
if it's
want to get the reward.
If you just want something for grinding honor, so that PvPers essentially have, the equivalent of the season pass that they grind, get the rewards out of. Right now we have a conquest track of rewards, but we don't have an honor track of rewards, especially when you think about the 1800 and 3000 rating things being cosmetic rewards. Have a version of that for honor. Just let people grind the honor up. That would be fine. Invest more in battlegrounds. Invest more in the PvP brawls. Just do more of that to make non-rated PvP a more like exciting experience. I think that'll get way more people into PvP than just setting up, grind losses. I think, though, like
no, you're misunderstanding the whole point. The whole point is they get a mount thing. I want the mount thing.
I think it's,
but I'm not good enough to get the mount thing.
But
let me get the mount thing.
I think when it comes to like feedback, you only think like that person who said that because of the situation that they were in. If you wound the clock back and put them in a different situation, would they still say that? So it's one of those weird things. You're using people's sentiment as like information to act on, but you may not always want to directly solve their problem. You maybe want to go back to the basics, back to like the root causes. And maybe in this case, it's because PvP's been kind of like pigeonholed into being this like really sweaty thing. Yeah, like WoW PvP's really sweaty.
It's brutally hard. It's insane to me how that like
you need a lot of game knowledge and you need fast reaction times. Whereas, and yes, you do need some of that in other forms of PvP, but when objectives are coming in the format of a battleground, it changes all that up. So I think my main takeaway here is just BGs and the unrated experience and making those better. Maybe doing different types of, more fun, stupid brawl-like rated stuff. Certainly you'll find that for the against, I think a lot more people were against this.
Oh yeah, because it's insane. Because it's absolutely an insane idea. It's literally going, hey, you know the way PvP works? Like, I don't mean PvP works in World of Warcraft. I don't mean PvP works in 2 games. I mean the way PvP works, fucking everywhere PvP works. With you'd lose and you go, well, you lost, you get punished. Down the ladder. That's the way it works everywhere in the universe. To the point where you look at boxing, which is real life PvP, and you go, well, you got a loss. Yeah, well, that's a loss on your record forever. So it's that of you're going to change that.
I'm just.
But people like that. People like that. That's the part of you lost. Well, don't lose. And you go, well, I shouldn't lose then. Sorted. That's how I play the game now, and that's how it works. It works that way in every game for a good reason. So obviously, anyone going, hey, we should maybe change the entire flavor of how this feels to play into something different. And of course, people are going to go, no, this is our thing. Can we not have our thing, please?
So I think me and Dakar are converging on what we think is the right. Just when I'm looking through what his sort of notes and take is in this. Yeah. The idea, like, in what if you could grind to Grandmaster by losing 600 games in Overwatch?
Yeah.
It's like that would be messed up and weird. Now, if you were doing that in Overwatch, would you progress through your battle pass and get rewards? Yeah, you would. And the funny thing is, they tried to do this in Legion. Remember the honor rewards?
Yeah, the honor level system. Yeah, that was the most brutal grindy thing I ever experienced.
No, it was too brutal and grindy.
It was just unless you abused the World Quest. Yeah.
That was an era where Blizzard made so much less content. So I would think like, well, Blizz, you can clearly afford it. You need Mythic Plus and PvP to just have better stuff. I think PvP, Mythic Plus stuff's like still nowhere near as good as it should be.
Yeah,
They just need to do better on all of those fronts.
Yeah, but I think that would solve the overall problem of PvP, but it wouldn't solve some people's problems because some people's problems are, I want the best thing without having to be good. But because that's hard.
For a lot of people that do feel bad, this would probably feel better.
Maybe, yeah, likely. So. Or just PvP haters who want to not have to do the PvP because if you can win by losing, then you don't have to play. All you have to do is go into the queue and hit your buttons, pretend you're playing. There you go.
Yeah, and then you break the integrity of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You can't have sometimes it breaks all the incentives if you're not playing to win.
Yeah.
It's like in objective-based games where people just go for kills and it ends up being a bad experience where you're not playing the match.
Yeah, and that's why Splatoon is the best PvP video game ever made.
There we go.
I'm not joking. Splatoon 3 is incredible. There's the Power, Courage, Wisdom Splatfest next weekend. Play it. It's class.